You're watching FNN, the FUKK News Network.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers.
You are making a movie with Carrot Top, right?
I made a movie with Carrot Top.
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised.
SHMACKEMAGOB.
SHMACKEMAGOB, my friends. It's time for the only news that matters, and I want to thank Rich Stofleth, I think that's how you pronounce your name, for that SHMACKEMAGOB intro. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for laughing at my goofiness, or the goofiness I put up on here. And if you want to send a SHMACKEMAGOB intro, send it to this email right here, and I'll put it up in the order received. And I also want to give a big shout out to Wilson from Chicago. You rule, brother, and you know why. And also David Isbell. You guys are awesome. All right, let's get into the only news that matters. And as you probably know by now, ZZ Top's bassist Dusty Hill has passed away at 72. Very tragic, man. I was lucky enough to see them all the way back to the El Loco tour, Eliminator, and a couple more. I seen them, the last time I saw them was maybe like 5 years ago. I knew the person that was managing them, and I got free tickets to that, and it was awesome. And Dusty was awesome, man. I loved his voice. He had that gruff, heavier voice where Billy Gibbons had that more honky-tonk voice. And he was awesome, man. And what a tragedy. And, you know, they were on tour, and Dusty gave the okay to continue without him. Before he passed away, they did a show before he passed away with, I believe it was his guitar tech, his bass tech that was filling in for him. And then the day he died, they canceled the show. But the next day they played another show. And there was a lot of controversy because, you know, social media, man. Too many clueless people. You guys don't understand how many people are dependent on these shows to go on. Not just the band, but the, you know, going from the light directors to the sound people to the people that sell beer, you know, the venue, everybody that works there. I mean, we just went through a whole year without shows. And people's life depend on this stuff. And finally, when shows come back, you know, this tragedy happens, but the show must go on. And Dusty gave his blessings. But of course, people are going to complain and stuff like that. But the show must go on, as Dusty said. So rest in peace, Dusty. What a tragedy. And also, former Slipknot's drummer, Joey Jordison, passed away at 46. I never was really into Slipknot. And I recently watched a video. They did like a little tribute to him, and man, that guy could play the drums. He was a great drummer. So very sad to see he passed away. Man, a lot of people passed away the past couple months. You know, Jeff LaBar, Robbie Steinhardt, John Lawton. It's been brutal. Hey, stop dying, everybody. All right, next story. Ratt Stephen Pearcy opens up about his cancer battle. Pearcy has reportedly been battling cancer for 3 years, but decided to keep his health woes private. Pearcy went for a blood test. He has hepatitis, and then turned into cancer. And, you know, everybody out there, you need to be checked up, man, you know, because hepatitis can turn into cancer. It's tragic, man. So, and another thing about social media, there's been some reports lately about Stephen Pearcy being horrible on stage. And then I ventured to look at this footage of him singing, and I'm thinking, this ain't bad. I mean, it's Stephen Pearcy. It didn't sound, I don't know what people were talking about. By the video footage I saw, I mean, it was Stephen Pearcy. I didn't see nothing wrong with it, but now, you know, look, man, the guy's battling cancer. So shut the fuck up, everybody, seriously. But you all won't, I get it. Just douche on. Alright, next story. It has been revealed that the cause of death from Mike Howe from Metal Church was suicide. When the news was released it was suicide, Metal Church made a post and then took the post down because they said something that I'm not going to repeat because, like I said about Stephen Piercy and Dusty Hill, people just like to make up their own minds of what they meant, and they just said something that the fans took as political, so they took it down. And they released a statement saying, concerning our recently deleted post addressing the news of Mike's passing was a suicide, we wanted to dispel any misconception that might have arisen from the certain media reports. In our effort to do that, our attempts at honestly creating a narrative that fell outside of the purest of intentions. We were in no way, shape, or form referring to anything in relations to, oh, I'm not even going to say those words. I want to keep all political stuff off my news. That's why this is the only news that matters. But bottom line is that they said something concerning about Mike, why Mike committed suicide, and people turned it into a whole political thing. If you want to know what it is, then Google is your friend. All I know is when I saw that original statement, and what was really cool about it was explaining how, remember Mike, how he was. He was really cool to the fans. He was a great human being. Don't remember him how he passed away. And that's how I want to remember him. All I saw online was a lot of people after he passed away saying how cool he was when they met him. I unfortunately never got to meet the man. So I choose to remember him as an awesome person. Alright, let's get into some much needed good news. Exodus's drummer is cancer-free now. That's right, he had that operation and now he's cancer-free. How awesome is that? I am so happy to hear that Tom Hunting, a legend to me, he played on Bonded by Blood, beat cancer, and let's hope it stays away from the man. Congratulations, Tom Hunting, you are my hero. Alright, next story. Metallica aim to cut through division and bring people together with the new album. What the hell are they smoking? You're not gonna cut through divisions and bring people together with an album. The only way you can do it is with a baseball bat across the skull. Seriously. But hey, I'm looking forward to the new album. Hopefully it's as good as Hardwired, which I love and I still play. And expect me to do an episode about it soon. I already recorded it and it'll be up in a few months. Alright, next story. You can now buy a Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction bong. Do Guns N' Roses have any songs about weed? I don't remember. That, you know, they have songs about heroin. They should release like Mr. Brownstone syringes. Alright, next story. Jane's Addiction were the most underrated band ever, says Jane's Addiction's frontman Perry Farrell. Seriously, is a band really underrated when they sold millions and they were all over MTV? To me, Armored Saint, now that's underrated. Alright, final story. Fred Durst haircut steals the show at Limp Bizkit's Lollapalooza concert. Is that really his hair? I mean, it looks like a really messed up wig. But you know shit's fucked up when Fred Durst doesn't even want to look like Fred Durst. Alright my friends, that is it for the news. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you want to leave a donation, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please check out my podcast, Rock and Metal Combat Podcast, and the VIERA Vault. And this Thursday, I'm flying out to Nashville, and I'm going to spend the next 5-6 days in Nashville for the Rockin' Pod. And I hope I see many of you there. Now, next week, unfortunately, I won't be able to do the news because I won't be in town, but I have something scheduled for next Tuesday that is beyond epic. Since I can't do the news, I got something beyond epic, and it will be announced on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, what I'm going to do on Tuesday while I'm away. I already did it. It took me hours to do this, my friends, on this channel. I scheduled something on Tuesday that's awesome. And if you're part of the Almost Human Facebook group, you already know what that is. But if you're not, And wait till next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I make the announcement. It's something that's gonna. I don't want to ruin it. Just tune in next Monday at 8 p.m. for the announcement of what I'm doing next Tuesday on the 10th. So stay frosty, my friends. Listen to Black Sabbath and SHMACKEMAGOB.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain.